Hey everyone, and welcome back to Authentic Worth, bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. I want to say a massive thank you once again for my returning and recent subscribers. You are all welcome. I'm really hoping that you have had a very great start to your September thus far. I still can't believe we are now edging into the middle of September. Time is going so quickly, but we move. And now in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I believe is really important for the generation and the times that we are in now, and is learning how to understand why your story matters and why you need to write your book for the community, because your story matters. Whether you believe it or not, whether you think people will buy your book or not or read it, everything that you've been through is for a purpose and a reason. And there are some books out there that talk about personal struggles and experiences. And sometimes it's easy to think, who's going to listen to me? Do I need to write a book about my personal journey? Do I need to write about my personal struggles? But I really do believe that as you are on that journey of discovering not only yourself, but your target audience, and I believe what you've been called to do, you will start to see that everything you've been through has never been wasted and will never be wasted. Now, why are stories important? Stories are important because it sheds light for the community to learn from you. And it also builds trust and authentic and genuine connections with others. One of the great ways I've learned about storytelling and sharing my books is through transparency. And when I think about the way the business is run authentically, it's about giving authors and creators the opportunity to share their story through telling their stories through book writing. And through those books that they write, they are able to impact the community one step at a time. This is not to say that you're only writing a book for what you can gain, but also what you can give. And why is it now more than ever important to write stories? Because there's so much right now that the world needs to hear from you. There are many books that have been published this year, whether it's traditionally published, whether it's hybrid published, or whether it's self-published. Every book matters. Every story matters, and your story definitely matters. So I want to encourage you to remember that you have a community to serve. A dear friend told me a while back that when you have people following you, whether it's on social media, when you have people listening to you and being encouraged by you, you have the responsibility of serving them. It's not about you just gaining so many followers and you not giving them something of value. I recently celebrated 1,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, and I'm so grateful. Even up till now, I'm so thankful to you all that I cannot believe we've come this far. And this is because of you. I still remember when I started the YouTube channel, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I just kept posting. I kept sharing my stories. I kept sharing author stories and book launch stories and testimonials, because all these matter. And even those who have books right now that could be thinking, I don't know where to start. I don't know if people will listen to my story. You will never know unless you write it. One of my favorite themes for the season of writers is don't overthink it, just write it. That's all. I really hope that will resonate with someone today, that you don't need to overthink your book. You don't need to be worried or concerned about how to start. You just need to start. Even if it's through bullet points, even if it's through attending networking events, which I really encourage. But I do encourage as first-time authors to not spread yourself too thin and think you need to go to every single event, because it's not everywhere you need to be. There are some events that will speak to you. There are some events that probably will not resonate with the season that you are in. So you also need to be careful with how you manage your time and be intentional about how you put yourself out there as an author. I remember on my journey of starting to write a book, I remember going to one event in London Bridge, but that was my first time of meeting a publisher. And I was so encouraged by the journey. To start a book publishing company and helping authors is not for the faint-hearted. And I spoke about the truth about running a book publishing company from my perspective, which I'm going to link in the description bar below and above for you to watch in your own time, because it does take a lot of resilience. But the reasons why these happen is because we want authors and creatives to know that their books can be written with the right support. There are many people out there who are looking for you, who want to work with you, who want to collaborate with you. But what have you got to show if you don't share your story? When you've written a book, it makes you an expert in that field. And I'm so excited to say that very soon we'll be talking about our next in-person book launch that will be held in October for our 8th book. But it is an honor to see that when books are being published and birthed into the world, it's not just sat online, but you're using it to activate someone else's faith, to write a book, to believe in themselves, to believe in their story, to believe in what giftings that they have. I really want to encourage you today, if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like the process is too long, do not give up, because your story matters. Even if it doesn't feel like it's perfect, release that manuscript and let it go. This is why editors are here to help you. Developmental editors, proofreaders, copy editors, they are all there to help you, to assist you. Coaches are there to assist you. We should never take this for granted. There is only so much that you can do as an author on your own. And for every book that has been published, no one has been alone. We've had people to contribute to the vision of this business, even by having opportunities of people to work with us and read our clients' manuscripts and give us feedback. We've learned from so many people, and it has been such an amazing journey, which we are so grateful that we've been able to witness even up till now. So when you see Authentic Worth publishing and promoting someone's book, know that you are next. And we really hope at some point to work with you, even to meet you and get to know what book you've written. It's never good to hold back something that you're passionate about for fear of how will it be. And that's why focusing on the outcome should never be the first thing that you do as an author. Think about what your community is currently struggling with right now. If you go online on your social platforms, what are people talking about? What are people complaining about? What do people need help with? And how can your book provide that solution to them? This is why your story matters and your voice matters. At some point, we will be looking to diversify into using your voice and finding your voice to write books. Because it is your voice, your words, your ideas that birth great books. It is what you've been through, or even if you haven't been through anything drastic, but what you've learned in your season, maybe from an educational perspective, or a corporate to entrepreneurship perspective, or an entrepreneurship to corporate world perspective. Only you know what you've been through. Mental health, emotional well-being, all these topics are very essential for people to learn from. So why not put yourself out there and share what you know with the community? Your community is right in front of you. Your community is not far. Your community is your neighborhood. Your community is the next networking event you go to and meet someone and exchange details with them. You're there to serve. And servitude is one of the most greatest gifts that you can ever give to someone, especially the community that you're in. If you want to build strong relationships, build community by sharing your story. Don't hide the great things that you know could help someone. If all the time you write a blog post, let's say you blog every week, you can turn that into an ebook. If you journal every day, you can get ideas from that journal and turn it into a book. If you are able to turn those into books, you can then turn them into having book launches and online courses and workshops and collaborate with others. It's very important to be open-minded to other authors and ways of doing things, because you don't know how much you can learn from someone else. This is the reason why when we see comments and people following us, especially publishers or authors, it gets us so excited because perhaps they want to learn from us and we want to learn from them as well. We're still growing as a business. And I'm really humbled to say that we will be turning 6 years in October. And it has been a journey. It has been a journey. From 2019, when we worked with our first clients, till 2024 has been such a journey of different writers and different authors from all walks of life that have been transparent, that have been vulnerable to share their journey with us, which we would never take lightly. And we salute every author that has published their books with us, because you don't know how much you are impacting someone else. And you will know when your book is impacting someone else by getting that feedback, those testimonials, opportunities to host launches. Don't be afraid of that. Branch out. Don't think that you can't do it. Don't allow what you don't have to stop you from putting your book out there. There are other ways of encouraging people to know about your book, and that's also by virtual book launches. You can do an online free seminar. You can ask someone to collaborate with you. These are just tips I'm giving you in order for you to progress in your book journey and the writing that entails. So be encouraged, because your community needs to know about your story more than ever. You have so much to give, aspiring author. You have so much to give, existing author. And even if you want to write another book, by all means you can. If you don't feel comfortable just writing one, you can write another one. When we get our authors saying that they want to publish another book, it is really encouraging that people are looking to put themselves out there and not only just stick to one book, but they know that other books that are yet to come will bring so much change. Do you know that writing another book keeps you accountable and it keeps you fresh on the market? You're not hidden. But having one book and not doing anything with it and not promoting it, expecting people to find it, that's not the way forward. It's not going to help. But you need to be intentional about your book. Do you love this book? You had the vision for it. You wrote it, you published it. So why not promote it? Why not share with the world your story? Don't look at other people and think it has to be their way. Make it your way. Make it a book that people can resonate with. Make it a book that is easily accessible. Reach out to other people if you need to. Tell them about your story. Tell them what you know, but also tell them how your book can help them. We live in a world where we desire solutions, where we desire answers. So let your book be the answer. When I think about my journey and the progress that the books have made till now, it has only been because I've been able to sit down and think about what I can truly contribute to my community. It's not to say that I have all the answers. I know I don't. But pondering on all the subjects that has been written about gives me that joy to know that I can continue that. And that means diversifying into different themes of books, whether it be journaling. And this can also include adding on more products to supplement your book. For example, journals. You can create a journal for your readers to write all their ideas about what they've learned from your book on that journal. Or they can also use that journal to think about what ideas and creativity that they want to bring to their community. When you have something in your hand, you have to learn how to let it go. And when you let it go and you allow it to grow naturally, it will work for you. But it's only when you let it go, you let that idea go, that makes all the difference. It's not about you trying to get to the stage where you feel that I need to be so perfect in this before I release it. Yes, there is a level of excellence that we require you to have, but there's also a level of letting go and just allowing yourself to believe that you've done the best you can. If I kept overlooking my work and my manuscript and my journey of writing, and I thought it wasn't yet perfect, probably I wouldn't have been on my 8th book. I would have thought I need to wait until my first book is perfect. And there are moments where I think to myself, oh, I've learned so much in these past 8 years. Should I now go back and add more to my first book? And that is all down to you. If that's how you want to do it, that's okay. But I know that when a book is published, the next thing I do, which I know that I'm confident in what I've written and published, I go on to the next one because I don't want to waste time. My latest book, The Cost of Intentional Marriage, I was thinking I should even publish it in 2025. But I said that there are people right now that are waiting on obedience for you to write that book. There are people wondering, how can I position myself for this theme and this season of marriage and relationships? And that's why I was able to collaborate with my husband to write this book. And we are so excited to be having our first in-person book launch this year. And we'll be having many more in the new year as well. So we want to encourage you to step out. Don't hold back this book. Don't hold back your story, because it matters greatly. Even if you don't think it matters, it really does. You'll be so surprised that people around the world will find you and say, I've learned from you. I've listened to your videos. I'm confident to write a book. So don't underestimate that story. Release it and be confident that at the appointed time, it will be read by the right community and the right target audience. Many thanks for watching this video. If there are any topics that you would like me to talk about regarding book writing, creative writing, anything that is really on your heart to learn, please do let us know down below. Or you can alternatively send us an email at info@authenticworth.com. Looking forward to seeing you all in our next upcoming video, and all the best with your book writing journey. Remember, your book matters and your community will thank you for it when it is done well. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.